Hello, in this video I'm going to show you on how to do the setting in SimTrain. So there are two modules that are going to be involved in this video, which are setup and SimTrain. But I'm going to start off with setup first. So the settings that I'm going to show you in setup module would be, the first one is configure document number, and I will also be showing you on how to configure the SMS and email settings in SimTrain. And after that, I'm going to show you on how to update your organization info, and then I'm going to show you on how to upload your company's logo. In this video, I'm also going to show you on how to configure the settings for SMS function for outstanding payment. And after that, this general setting for the SimTrain. So as for the settings in SimTrain module, I'm going to show you later. But now let's see the settings in setup module. So go to Jukebox and click on setup module. So the first setting that I'm going to show you is to configure document number. So click on master data and click on document number numbering. So document number is very important because it distinguishes between documents to prevent duplication. For example, receipt. So each receipt has its own document number and as well as student index number. So each student has their own index number. So there will be no students sharing the same index number. So I'm gonna show you where student index number appears. If you ever notice, when you insert a new student profile in the database, you find that you have to insert the index number input field. So with document numbering, you won't have to key in manually the index number. So it's very useful and very helpful at the same time. So going back to document numbering, so on your left side, you would see a list of windows. So this is what we call as document format category. So this is going to appear in this input field, and this window will appear in this input field. Okay, so I'm going to show you on how to configure the document number for student index number. So click on student index. You might be asking why I have two student indexes here. So this is because I have two organizations, which are HQ and JB, and that's why I have two student indexes. Okay, so on your right side, you would see a list of input fields, which are document format category, document format name. So we're going to go one by one. So first is what I've mentioned just now. This is the document format category. Okay, this is the document format name. So the document format name that I'm going to configure its document number is the student index. Okay, student index is in add or edit student. And the organization that is involved is HQ. So let's say you have more than one organization and you would want each organization to have its own document number format. What you are going to do is you just select the organization, for example, JB, and then you start filling up all the required input fields. So after that, the document format will only be applied to that organization only. So let's say JB has another format for document number and HQ has another format for document number. So each organization has its own document format. So let's go back to HQ. And then next number. Okay, next number is very important. It is the number that you're going to see upon issuing a new document. So let's say I'm going to open a new receipt and the next number that I put here is 6. So when I open the receipt, the document number that will appear would be 6. And if I change it to 9, the document number of the receipt would be 9. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 because it's the first document that you're going to issue in the system. And moving on to the next part, which is document format. Okay, as for document format, you may refer to the format parameter that is given, which is located on the below part of the page. So if you wish to have the document format in digits only, so you may use the sample given. You may just copy paste, and then or if you would like to have a combinations of both year and digits, you may combine together. So for example, here I put HQ, which is the organization that I'm in right now, HQ, and then I put a dash next to it, and then I insert the digit format, then I add an extra 0 behind, and then the document format sample will auto generate on how the document number will look like. So when I open the student profile, and I'm going to see this on the document number. Okay, so if you would like to have your running number to be based by year and month, you may do so. It means every month you have a different next number. Okay, so I'm going to click on monthly setting and show you how it looks like. So first of all, you need to select the year. So I'm going to select 2016 and then click add numbers. And then you see that the year will appear here. And then click on that year. And as you can see here, the input fields are auto-generated with 1 as the default next number. But you can always change it. And for example, in January, I would like the next number to be 5. And then February, I would like the next number to be 18. So the reason of monthly setting is to avoid clashing of document number. If you are satisfied with the next number, then you can click save. And click X icon. You're going back to the main screen. If you take is active checkbox, means that this document number is ready to be used and it's still active in the database. And then click save. Okay, just now I did the monthly setting, so I'm going to show you how the document number looks like in the document. So student index is in student profile, so I'm going to go to add or edit student page. Okay, so as you can see here, we are now at the add or edit student page. Okay, the next number is now changed to HQ-0005. It is based on the monthly setting that I've done in document numbering page. So now I'm going to show you on how to configure the settings of SMS and email. So let's go to master data and click on system option. Okay, so this is where we are going to configure your email and your SMS account. So first of all, just let it be as for this email server input field, because this is already provided by a system. And then email user, you may insert your email address. For example, I'm going to put in my email and also my email password. And email display name, if you like to put in your center's name, so you can do so. And also your SMS ID, for example, just put your center's name like then your SMS password. This will be given by our end, and I'm just gonna insert it here. And the name of the SMS sender, you may put your name, and after that you just click save. I would like to highlight a few things for email user. So remember last time we have this feature called add edit user where you can insert your email address. So let's say if you put an email address here and another user logs in, for example support user logs in, and he or she is going to send an email to a customer, and the default email that will be used is this address, this email address, which is the one that you inserted in the system option. So after you have inserted all the input field, just click save, and then that's it. Now move on to the next process. So the next setting that I'm going to show you is to update your organization info. So let's go to master data and click on add or edit organization. Okay, so scroll down a bit and you'll see a list of organizations that you have in the system. So I have 2 here, which are JB and HQ. Okay, I'm gonna edit HQ organization, so I'm gonna click edit button. And so here we are. So let's say like to change your organization code, you may just insert new ones by typing it here. So, but I'm just gonna remain as HQ. So tick active checkbox. Tick it, means that this organization is actively used. So if I would like to inactive this organization, I'm just gonna untick the checkbox and then just click save. But I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so this option means the user groups that is allowed to access this organization. So I've ticked access HQ, means that only the members of access HQ user group can have the access to HQ organization. Okay, I'm gonna show you on how it works. Okay, for example, right now I'm in Access HQ user group. So let's say I select staff user group for this organization and save it. And I click the organization option, which is not on the top right of the page. And as you can see, HQ is not on the list. So only staff user group members is allowed and have the access to HQ organization. So I'm going to change it back to access HQ so that I have the permission to access this organization. So I'm going to click save. Okay. So if you are a GST registering company, you may insert your GST number here. So I'm just going to insert a random number, and then insert your organization name here, your company name and your company number, and then insert your telephone number in these two input fields. And if you have fax number, you may insert in this input field as well. And if your company has its own website, you may insert the link in this input field, as well as your company's email and the address and the city of where your company is located at, postcode, the state, the country. We have all countries on the list, and time zone as well, and currency. This is a must. You must select a currency for your organization. And if you have any description of your organization, you may insert in this input field. And after you're done, click save. So after that, I'm going to show you on how to upload logo for your company. So let's go to master data and click on upload image. So this is where you're going to upload your company's logo. And if you have student card, you may insert the image that you would like to appear on that card. So the first one is the logo that will appear on your receipt and your payslip. So this will appear in the first organization that you have. So for example, mine is HQ. So this logo will appear in HQ, receipt and payslip. The second organization that I have is JB. So since JB has no logo, so you'll be using HQ logo for its receipt and payslip. So let's say one day JB has its own logo, so that logo will appear on its receipt and payslip, and HQ will not override JB's logo anymore after that. So if you would like to update or change the logo, you can always do that by click choose file and then select the image. But please remember, the size must be in 64 pixel times 64 pixel. It cannot be more or less than that. And after that, this is the image that will appear in your general report. It means that it will appear in all of your reports. And it must be in 400 pixel and times 106 pixel size. And you may also upload the image for your student card. So this is the front part and this is the back part. So you can see the size must be in 353 pixels times 219 pixel. And after you're done and you're satisfied with the logos, you just click save. Okay, for example, just now I uploaded an image for HQ organization. So it says here image error. So when this appears, it means that you might insert or upload a wrong size of that logo. So you must ensure that the logo that you're going to upload is in the correct size. Okay, so after uploading logo, I'm going to show you on how to configure the SMS to remind students and parents about the outstanding payment. So the setting is in SimTrain module, so we're going to click on Jukebox and click on SimTrain. Alright, so first of all, you need to set the contact number for the student. Go to student icon and then select a student. I'm going to select Juliet. Click name. Okay, click on edit student info. So if the student has a contact number, you may do so. If he or she doesn't have any contact number, just leave it blank. So in this case, Juliet has a contact number, so I already inserted here. And you can always change or update the contact number. I'm going to save it. Next is I'm going to configure the contact number for the parents. So click on master data, go to primary master data and click add already parents. So Juliet's parents are Miss and Mrs. Williams. So I'm going to search for them. Scroll down a bit, click on the name. Okay, so this is Juliet's parents' information. So as you can see here, Mr. and Mrs. Williams already have their own contact number. So if you like to make any changes to parents' information or contact number or whatnot, you may do so, and don't forget to click save. Okay, so now both Juliet and her parents already have their contact number in the system. So there's another option that you may do if they have another contact number. So you click on report icon, go to management reports, scroll down a bit until you see student info inquiry, click on that. Okay, and then you will be diverted to a page which is named as student info inquiry. So here you may filter out the search result by filling in the input field and then click search. Okay, scroll down a bit and you'll see a list of student information down there. I'm gonna take Juliet's name, okay, click select checkbox, and I'm going to click get phone number. Okay, so let's say Mr. Williams has another contact number. So I'm just going to click in this text area and press enter, because one row is limited to one number. So you have to press enter to get the next number inserted in this box. So it's going to insert 60. Okay, 60 is the code for Malaysia, and I'm sure that another country has different code. So you may just insert your country code in front and your contact number behind. Okay, so student handphone is Juliet's contact number. Parents contact is Mr. William contact, and parents contact 2 is Mrs. Williams contact number. So in this text field, I'm going to insert the message that I'm going to send to Juliet and her parents. As you can see, as I'm typing in this box, the word count is moving. It shows the number that I've typed in this text area. So overall, I have typed 52 words, and you cannot go over 160. And for Malaysian number, you can only type up until to 153 words, because the rest 7 letters is used by RM 0.00. And after you're done, you can click submit. So that's how you send the SMS to parents and students for outstanding payment. So here I'm going to show you the general setting for the SimTrain. First of all, general setting is located in primary master data, and look for general setting, and it's in SimTrain module. So lead time is the minutes allocated for the lateness of the student. For example, if the class starts at 10 a.m. and you predefine it here as 15, and the student comes in at 10:16, means that the student is late by 1 minute. And if it comes in at 10:15 a.m., means that the student is still considered as early. And outstanding early duration days is the number of days that is considered as outstanding. And then you'll see class start time. So this is basically the predefined hour of when you wish the class to be started. For example, if you wish the class to start at 8 a.m., so then you just put it in 24 hours format like this. And same goes as class end time. And the attendance registration clock method will be 2 types, which is all and class by class. So if you select all, it means that the attendance will be taken once when you punch in and once when you're out. And class by class means that you have to punch in or you tap your ID card when you attend the classes that are available or the class that you have registered in one day. For example, if in Tuesday you have 3 classes, so you will be punching in for 3 times as you have 3 classes in that day. Okay, attendance registration buffer clock-in time is the allocated minutes that determines the class's availability of a particular student. For example, if a student has a class at 10 a.m. and the time here is -30 and that student comes in at 9:30 a.m., the attendance screen will display the class that he has on that day. But if he taps in at 9:29, the attendance screen will not show the class for him or her. And as for attendance registration lead clock-in time, okay, this one is for class by class method, where usually we put plus symbol here, and if the allocated time here is +30, it means that the student still can come for the class within 30 minutes right after the class has started. So it says the class starts at 10 a.m. and the student comes in at 10:30, so the attendance will still display the available class for him or her. And attendance registration buffer clock out time is quite similar as in buffer clock in time, but here we would usually put -10, in which if the class ends at 8 p.m. and if the student punches out 10 minutes earlier than that, so he or she will be considered as early out. And then we have receipt format. After that, printer type, P for PDF and T for thermal printer, and also the other options. As for SMS outstanding tag, can have your own template and then address as well. And if you are GST registration company, you just put in as Y, which indicates yes, and if you're not a GST registrant, you just put in as N. So calendar minimum time refers to class calendar. Okay, so if you put 7 a.m., so it will appear 7 a.m. here. So calendar maximum time is the same as calendar minimum time. If you put it as 9 p.m., so it will end at 9 p.m. here. And after that, the calendar slot time. So if you put 15 minutes, the hours would be 50 minutes. For example, 8 to 9, there will be 15 minutes interval in each line. So 8 a.m., 8:15 a.m., 8:30, 8:45, and then 9. And after that, calendar maximum height and refresh interval. And calendar show student. If you wish to have the student on the calendar, for example like this, and then it will show the student names. For example, here I have Ina and Yui, which are the students in the center. And then going back to general setting again. So if you have more than one organization, you may separate the student by the organizations that you have. If you would like to do so, you just tick this checkbox. And also the same applies to payment type. If you would like to separate it by organization, you can tick this checkbox. And then if you would like to hide the subject from add product screen, this refers to this part. So if you take this checkbox, which is hide subject from add product screen, in payment page like this, for example, when you click add new item here and you select product in charge, the subject would not appear on the list. Going back again, so if you like to hide the GST summary, just take this checkbox. And if you like to block employees' information between organizations, then you take this checkbox, and the same applies to the other block share checkboxes. And then point enable date, and then attendance registration block screen message. So if the attendance would have any block messages, you may insert it here. And if you like to block attendance registration, then you just take this checkbox and then you click save. So that's all, and thank you for watching.